Good morning, everybody. Frog Stocks here. Nothing I say is a financial advice, entertainment purposes only. What is going on? You guys didn't catch the news last night? Crypto BitBoy, one of the big crypto influencers, was arrested outside of one of his business partners' home. I think his name was Carlos. BitBoy came on a crazy rant on YouTube or whatever a couple days ago, ranting about his partner Carlos threatening to kill him. BitBoy went to his house, apparently trying to seek back his Lambo, I guess. Called the cops. Cops came to the scene, arrested BitBoy. BitBoy had his mistress in the car with a gun in the back. It looked like he appeared to be on some kind of substance to me. He was completely out of sorts. Pretty wild. I know everybody's making fun of him. I get it. I was making fun of him. If you're going to be a big influencer like that and try to convince people to buy crypto, especially after what's happened with the crypto industry, you get what you deserve. That being said, positive energy. Let's hope he recovers from whatever the hell he's on or whatever he's not on. I don't know, man. But it was pretty wild. Um, and then also, this is funny too. These AMC clowns out of nowhere, and as I've been telling you guys, I've been telling people that the more I talk about TMF and the bond market, the more attacks I'm getting from really, really, really weird accounts. I'm not getting it. But it's funny because they tried to bring up something that these clowns tried to bring up 2 years ago. I had it posted here somewhere. Or not 2 years ago. It was back in like 2016 actually. Um It was in Alabama. I was driving around in the snow. It snowed like 8 inches in Alabama one night, and everything was closed. I went around a barrier, and we were mud bogging earlier. My buddy spilled a drink in my Tahoe I just got, and the cops pulled me over as I was trying to get my phone from out underneath my seat. There were some people in the ditch, and I was going to pull them out of the ditch. I went around a barrier with a city truck, and the cops pulled me over and, hey, you been drinking? I said, no, spilled in my car, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, man, I'm just going to let you go then. No worries. And then out of nowhere, a news van pulls up in the same road that's supposed to be blocked and asks the cop to do a news story on why you shouldn't go around barriers. I was literally one of the only vehicles on the road that night. Nobody in Bama drives when there's snow. So another cop showed up. They said, we can't let you go, liability because of the news crew being there and whatever. So I went to the drunk tank for a night, got out the next day, fought it. All charges were dropped, but they're trying to spread this around, calling me a drunk now for a DUI I didn't even get. But that's all they have. Well, they've blocked me now. Everybody that's posted that and is talking shit has blocked me, which they will unblock me soon enough. It's absolutely hilarious, but they posted a arrest record or whatever you call them. Either way, all charges were dropped. I don't even have a speeding ticket, but that's all the AMC apes really have anymore. It's absolutely hilarious. That's really all they have to cling to. But it came out of nowhere. I really haven't been talking about AMC at all, and they started attacking me again after Jen Kovalova got exposed as some reporter out in some other state or whatever. It's just hilarious. It's really funny. I think Twitter needs to make it that if someone tags you, you either A, get 30 to 40% of the ad revenue generated in what they tag you in, or B, if you're blocked by them, they cannot tag you. Because these people can come in on my tweets, they can block me, and then they can come in on my tweets and say stuff and I can't even see it. And that doesn't make any sense to me. I think Musk should absolutely take away the block button wholly and completely. I think it would be hilarious. So, either way, back to work. The SPY gap down this morning. It's sitting back around right where it opened yesterday. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do today. I'm thinking I'm going to buy some downside on the SPY. Tesla's doing the same thing. Tesla's basically following the SPY or vice versa. But I will say, let's look at the Tesla chart real quick. Fix our wedge here, if it even is one. The falling wedge. And it looks like there's way more downside. It looks like this gap fill is going to happen. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably, I don't know if I want to do Tesla or SPY puts. I guess it depends on what the cost is. The thing is, I may do Tesla puts this morning for a little bit of a longer term, maybe like 2 weeks. Because Tesla has a higher chance of going down if Musk decides to sell stock or something. What's up, Prometheus? Man. Everybody's getting allergies lately. I'm getting ripped out here. The cat's gone now. The owner came and picked up the kitten I saved. Kind of miss her. As soon as I decided I wanted to keep her, somebody claimed her, but TMF was up this morning over 2%. It is now coming down with the market. TLT is still up. This is good. Hawaiian Electric's just floating around. Good ending to the day yesterday. We have 2 more days until the hearing, which will be at 10 a.m. I'm going to stream it live. I've got the link for the hearing. It is a U.S. House subcommittee on energy that will be covering this hearing where the CEO of Hawaiian Electric will be testifying. Space still floating around doing its thing, looking for a reversal. So sorry about that. I think non-allergy people don't understand the life of allergy people. It's a rough life. As soon as I come downstairs in the morning, it's like boom. Sorry about all the weird noises. Anyways, here we are. Let's go check the sentiment on the SPY. I almost want to start a SPY sentiment indicator on Twitter. I think it would be really interesting. But let's check. Let's check the calls. See if anybody's talking about SPY calls today. TLT calls and wow, TLT. There you go. TLT calls and commons loaded up. So he's betting the market's probably going down. Nothing really new on the SPY that I'm seeing. Here's Gordon Johnson, which I don't really follow him too much. SPY broke below a pretty well-defined trend channel, so strong volume. This is bearish RSI. Yeah, I agree with him on that. I agree with this. The SPY's a little oversold, but we did have the little bounce I talked about yesterday. We played that. We pulled 20%. Then this morning, it just gapped down back to where we opened, which to me is pretty bearish. It's coming down pre-market. RSI is really low on the 5-minute. So maybe a little bit of upside in the right in the morning. I don't know, man. It's so hard to play this right now. I still think we're going to do this. I think we're going to I'm going to go ahead and just follow my original thesis. I think there's more downside where the SPY is going to try to come down. We're below its last support or its main support, and we are in a downward channel. I'm going to go ahead and guess this thing's going to try to come down to this trend line to 426 today. Nothing looks really good. Pre-market's ugly. It's back to where we started yesterday. Even though RSI is really low, close to open, I'm not 100% sure Fox Business pertaining to the Russell 2000, a quarter of the companies on the Russell can't and won't be able to make their interest payment by the end of. Yeah, there's a big bond restructuring event going on here. It's crazy. A lot of companies that have debt, and again, this is all the bondholders, just like AMC. Adam Aaron raised just enough cash to pay the bondholders on the interest payment. A lot of companies are not going to be able to do it. I think what's happening is I'm looking a little greedier than I should. I wanted to do 0 DTE on this, see what happened. If this comes up a little bit, back up in pre-market, let's say back to here before open, I'm definitely going to get puts. But MACD and RSI all look like it wants some short-term upside this morning. Tesla's rolling back over now too. Is there any mini upside gap? Any small upside? There is an upside gap. But that's way back up there. Maybe this thing rips this morning. Maybe we shouldn't play at all. I really feel like this thing. Man. Good morning, everyone. Sitting at the airport about to board, but y'all know I don't miss my Spence boy. What's up, man? What's up, DZZ? What's up, RWK? I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go long or short Tesla today, or puts or calls. Now, the Tesla and the SPY both gapped down this morning, got rejected as it tried to come back up. Got rejected here, got rejected at 245 again, down pre-market. It's looking, it's just one of them things. In my opinion, bear set a trap on SPY close yesterday up volume. Yeah, I agree with that. Praying for us in HE. Oh, I'm not praying, Def 64. I'm pretty confident on my thesis on this. HE, really simple. We already know the firefighters left the scene of the fire that flared back up and burned the town of Lahaina down. The 28th at 10 a.m. Thanks to DZZ, I got the information to be able to watch the House Subcommittee on Energy, which will be interviewing basically the CEO of Hawaiian Energy on the 28th. I'll be streaming that live, so. Sorry, my little chica. Say good morning, handsome. Oh, I didn't know I was that good looking. She's actually gonna cook me green chili stew tonight, so that's good. I'm excited for that. In my opinion, bear set a trap. Saw the tweet. Will come. Yeah, and again, everybody, this morning, yesterday, it was such a wacky day yesterday. I started getting wildly attacked again by apes in the AMC community. And when I say by apes, I mean Adam Aaron worshippers, sending around this mugshot of me getting supposed DUI back in 2017 in Alabama. It snowed 8 inches, and I was driving my new Tahoe around just looking for people to pull out of the ditch. It's hilarious. It's so funny that they did this because this is the second time they've tried to do this. They did it back in 2021 too. And it's funny because I didn't even get the DUI. They dropped all charges the next day. It was hilarious. But so yesterday, basically, Taylor Swift said she's not voting for Trump, and she's basically turned into this insane globalist. Like Taylor Swift and her parents had this like movie quality video filmed of Taylor Swift crying, arguing with her dad about Trump. and it was all set up. It's all crap. It's all globalist agenda. Then BitBoy Crypto got arrested, which is crazy. He was outside of the guy that was going to kill him, Carlos, his business partner. He went over to his house, just hopped up on something, banging on the doors, YouTube live streaming. And apparently BitBoy Crypto had his mistress in the car with a gun in the back. Cops arrested him. He's booked. He's in jail. But that's important, you guys. The crypto influencers are crumbling left and right. Tom Brady and his wife just got replaced by Taylor Swift and her new football boyfriend, whoever he is. It's just disgusting. They really are pumping this hard. They're trying to keep everybody distracted. And like, let's see, RWK88 said, or no, I'm sorry, Prometheus said, there's a ton of companies that are not going to be able to make their interest payments. There's a big debt situation brewing in the markets, and it's going to be pretty wild. We're 10 minutes away from open. If people can't make their interest payments on their debt, the bondholders are going to throw a shit fit and or take extreme measures, which is why Adam Aaron raised Adam Aaron was allowed to raise cash to make these interest payments. In my opinion, only because they knew the Eras Tour was going to be in theater. So now Adam Aaron has sold stock to short sellers at 65 cents, crushed retail investors, and is basically going to go out and help Taylor Swift make another $500 million. So I wonder what Adam Aaron is going to get paid for that, for doing everything he's doing. Can you help me out? Let's say I make $130K per year on my 1099 job, and I invest into some fund or bank with 5% interest rate. Well, I need to pay taxes for $130K or $30K, which is left on hands. Let's see. Hold on. I forgot taxes. I forgot the 1099. Is it a 1099K? That's the 1099. I don't know if you're making that much a year if that's supposed to be filed on a 1099, but depending on if your contractor status or not makes a big difference too. I would tell you, King Richard, you just definitely want to talk to a tax rep. Literally just go to like H&R Block and just ask them. They'll tell you right off the bat, man. I haven't done taxes in so long. I quit doing my own taxes 4 years ago. I literally just started taking it to a CPA, and I used to do them and I used to be good at them. And what they need to do is they need to go to a flat tax rate and get rid of the IRS and save the U.S. government hundreds of millions of dollars a year, if not billions. For Tesla, I'm seeing first support at 241 and second at 235. Yeah, I've got my downside planned out on Tesla and the SPY, and Tesla's the better play because if Musk comes out and does anything crazy or he gets attacked, then you have more downside pressure, or if he sells stock, which he tends to do around these kind of times, even though he reinvested it, and I'm not a Tesla bear at all, even though he reinvested it into the company, there is temporary downside on it. And there's a big gap down to 217, 220. And it did wick down pretty far. TMF and TLT being up in the morning too is a good indicator for me that the market's already decided that when the market does good, TMF and TLT kind of do bad. When the market does bad, TMF and TLT kind of do good because people run back to bonds. Completely agree about your views. Thanks for still coming on. I still hold AMC, but wish I'd sold it and got out of 8 before this. But yeah, man, everybody called me a shill, and I appreciate that. And everybody attacked me when I started telling them you need to flip AMC and APE, especially APE. You need to flip it. And I'd been flipping it since it was issued after the initial crash. Started flipping it, made all my money back. People called me a shill. Mark was right the whole time. A lot of people made some of their money back, or at least they averaged down enough to move forward with the play. Maybe after this Eras Tours thing, if they produce a big earnings, maybe this thing runs back to 10 or something. That would be great. I really want people to get their money back. But there's a handful of apes on Twitter who are here for engagement and engagement alone because it's worth more than the stock. That's why everybody's tagging me in these posts. They're tagging me, trying to defame me and talking shit about me because it gets them engagement. Because Cat Striker, the overweight bartender from California who's bag holding worse than anybody at this point and who runs scam GoFundMe's, is telling people everybody owes Spence is a cancer to the movement. Spence didn't do anything to Cat Striker except call her out for running scam GoFundMe's. Oh yeah, I mean well, the thing is there's a bunch of fund managers that have infected the AMC community that are under fake accounts that are getting people worked up. Striker's compromised. Bigums is compromised. They're bartender. I have nothing against these jobs. I used to be a bartender, own a tap room. I used to deliver pizza when I was a kid. But these are full-grown people on Twitter telling you to invest in AMC that are bartenders, pizza delivery guys, janitors, and drug addicts. Bottom line. Good luck to them. I wish them the best of health, but it's strangely funny how an AMC crashed worse than ever. Cat Striker magically got in an ATV accident. I don't buy any of it anymore. They're all frauds. They're all grifters. Like I said, their engagement is worth more than anything. All right, 4 minutes to open. Let's focus. Maybe this thing just goes sideways. I don't know. What do I want to play this morning? It's looking pretty rough. But RSI is through I don't like buying puts when RSI is on the floor. I just don't. But if we do look, I hate trying to draw trends and moving from dailies to, if we do look at the trend on the downside in this channel, in the descending wedge, we are at the top of the upper resistance. So it either breaks out here or it falls more. June and July, day traded, flipped ape and AMC, made 100% of my losses back. Absolutely wonderful. Butcher just said it is still going to squeeze. God, Boss Blunts is such a fraud. If the dude shaved his beard, nobody would listen to him. I'm going to tell you that right now. BitBoy Crypto, if he shaved his beard, nobody would listen to him. If Boss Blunt shaved his beard, nobody would listen to him. I don't have a problem with beards. I have one. I don't grow it out super big. These dudes grow their beards out super big because they look absolutely gooberish if they don't have one. Cat Striker pulled the gift card scam on the community. She was 100% full of it with the ATV nonsense. She used the Rules of Radicals playbook. Of course. Dude, anytime gift cards are associated with any type of fundraising, it's definitely a Ponzi scheme. 100%. Hey, send me your money so I can buy AMC gift cards to give out. What? Meanwhile, I've been donating nonstop to charities for the past 3 years. But I'm the bad guy. I mean, directly to charities, Christians, orphanages, any charity Cohodes calls out. Cohodes, Tara, me, everybody. Overall, it was mainly Cohodes, but overall, we probably raised a good $50,000 to $60,000 for St. Jude the entire time of the AMC saga. And I'd be hard pressed to say most of the apes did anything but spend money at AMC. There was a couple groups that did some good stuff. I think it was like Ape Strong Together or something. They did some good stuff. Yeah, I should have sold Ape before the reverse split. I got caught up in the hype and I got caught up in helping. Dude, my DMs, I'm so glad my DMs are calmed down now. Because when people ask for real help, one, you don't even know if they're real or not, if they're trying to trap you. Or two, you're like, man, this person really needs help. And I lost focus on my own position. Man, this thing is just not looking healthy this morning. If this trend line is good and this descending wedge is good, this thing might pop up a little bit and then just crash. Maybe I'll do Fridays just to give myself a little more time. I think I'm gonna buy Tesla puts. Oh, we've had so much downside lately. I'm not 100% sure on what I want to do here. The channel looks pretty defined. There's a big gap. The market's crap. Yeah. So market's open. Let's get in. Portfolio. 5 minute. Let's see here. Let's give it a few. There it goes. Trade. Come on. This is so slow. Tesla. Buy. Put. Expiration. September 29th. Strike. Let's do 240. 240. Let's see what she does. Maybe she's gonna rip this morning. I'm holding strong right now. I haven't bought anything yet. I'm gonna let the RSI creep up a little bit, and then I'm gonna look at puts. Let's be patient. Let's see what the RSI recovers a little bit into more downside. Oh shit! Is it gonna dump now? Damn it! I had him at 315. I missed it. Fudge! Oh man, not quick enough to the punch. All right. I got some puts for Friday. Should have nailed it right at open. Screwed up. All right, I'm doing Tesla puts out to Friday, you guys. What did I do here? Did it go in? First of all, don't ever do that. Don't ever go back and forget. Yeah, it went in. Okay. 237.50. Now it'll probably rip right when I do this. I'll tell you what, you want to see some interesting stuff? You guys make sure to check in on Mark Cohodes. He has an absolute hate boner for Canada right now, but for good reason. You guys saw the other day where Trudeau and Zelensky in the Canadian Parliament basically gave a standing ovation to an old Waffen SS soldier that was wanted for war crimes. Then they tried to backtrack on it. It was absolutely insane. And there's Tesla running back up. All right, let's be patient. Probably should have waited, but I got him till Friday. I think this thing's going to collapse into Friday. We'll see. Probably should have waited on the RSI a little bit to tick up to this upside, to this upper trend line. But we can always average down a little bit. This thing, come on, don't do it to me. Let's keep the streak. Come on. We had 3-4 wins in a row this past couple weeks. Let's check the SPY. SPY should be reacting about the same. Yep. So it's a good thing we got at least till Friday on these. Still got some cash left too. I can average down on it if need be. What else is going on? Hawaiian Electric trying to come back up a little bit. Again, Friday or Thursday's the big day. TLT, TMF, not really doing anything. Pre-market was really good today on aftermarket, and pre-market was really good on TMF today. The fact that it's starting to trend down now, though, is concerning for my Tesla puts I just bought. See though, I started to wait 15 minutes before trade first thing in the AM. Yeah, I should have. I should have listened to myself on the RSI. That's okay though. RSI was low. I knew it was low. I talked about possibly getting in calls. I should have. I missed it. We'll see though. Oh, man, this thing just gonna rip now. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see if this wicks out. Again, if anything, if it comes up here and hits this upper trend line, I will average down and see if I can salvage it. Canadian Bonehead said we fought Russians during World War II. Yeah. The Nazis fought the Russians. America did not fight the Russians. Canada did not fight the Russians. The Nazis fought the Russians because Hitler betrayed Stalin. And the Nazis could not and were not prepared to fight on the Russian front lines. Well, damn, calls would have been. It's too bearish this morning. Let's wait and see. Let us wait and see. Maybe this is a little bull trap. RSI ticked up really quick on that. I'm getting ready to buy a couple more puts here in a minute. Man, way cheaper now. That'll be good. Come on, one more little green candle. One more little green candle. Keep in mind the overall market's still red, and TMF and TLT are still actually up. So this might be a good little bull trap. Come on, a little bit more. A little more RSI to the upside. Gonna be patient. I always say that, then I don't. Then I sell too early. I would imagine SPY 435 closed today. SPY 435? Ooh, maybe you're right. I don't know about that, man. 435 is a big move. It's a big gap in pre-market. Pre-market gaps, even on the 5 minutes, really don't close. 435. That is a huge run today, dude. That's a big run for the SPY. I don't think. See, 435 or 4. I don't know about 435, man. I'm taking it that you bought some calls. Oof. Here comes the New Mexico sunrise. Right in my eyeballs. I need to focus here for a minute because I'm looking at that. Man, it is having trouble on that 5 minute candle. What's it doing on the 1 minute? Maybe it does. Maybe it does this stair step pattern back to the upside. Come on, baby, go up. A little more. Let's get RSI back to the top, and then I think it's just going to plummet. The overall market just is not suitable for anything right now. I mean, there we go. Come on, baby. Let's see it. What we got? 255. Oh, rippy rip. Ouch. Owie. Owie. Oh, I picked the wrong side today. All right, there we go. 225. Let's go. All right. I'm buying a couple more puts for Friday. I think it went in. Let's see. Yep. Okay, I'm in. I may lose on this one. We'll see. This thing is running pretty hard. Man, I said it. I knew it too. I knew the RSI was really low. I got to start listening to myself more. I don't like buying puts when the RSI is low like that. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this thing falls back off and this was a big bull trap. Come on, baby, fall. No. Well, I'm sucking on this one today. Oh well. At least TMF and TLT are starting to pop back up too. Man, that looks actually really good this morning. What is going on here? HE, they are just. HE is pinned on an algorithm. It is absolutely 100% being algorithmically traded now as people jumped in off that $9 range. They're doing it to control it. If HE comes out with good news that they were not responsible for the actual Lahaina fire, that is going to be super, super bullish, and the algos will flip. Man, what's the SPY doing? The SPY is not keeping up with Tesla at all. That means Tesla's about to see some downside. Here we go. Still pretty low on the RSI, but the SPY is falling off really good right now. Let's go, baby. I like Tesla. Don't get me wrong. I like Musk. I am not a bear or a bull on the stock, but these perma bulls on Tesla crack me up, man. They'll literally be like, look, Elon Musk's one of a kind super advanced AI robots moving slow. We should short the stock. Look, Elon Musk forgot to tie his shoe. End of week. Oh, 4:35 by end of week. Maybe. That's possible. You start a trade journal so you can write mistakes down. Oh, I do. I totally do, brother. It's always, I'm going to put my marker board back on my wall, and I've got rules. Don't buy short when RSI is on the floor, which is common sense. Wait for RSI. If RSI is low, don't go. I don't know. I'm going to make some rhymes, but never buy puts if RSI is on the floor. I never do it. Never buy calls if RSI is, if it's oversold, don't buy puts. If it's overbought, don't buy calls. I mean, if I just follow those basic rules, I've seen it a million times. It always works. The run up to earnings has started for Tesla. I mean, Tesla is down since you said that, though, man. I mean, you said that yesterday and the day before we talked about that, and Tesla's done nothing but go down. This may be the things, man. I've seen it a lot. So this looks like it's just trying to recover, but it literally looks like maybe it just bounced the pre-market resistance this morning. We'll see if it breaks out here. Either if and when. If it hits this trend line and rejects again, we're going down. Which it may just have. That may be, the trend line may need to be a little lower, but I should have bought calls this morning as I was talking about the RSI being too low for short term. Would have been a nice win. Could have got out. But I may be able to make more money on puts if this thing trends back down with the channel. And we come back down, say tomorrow or by Friday, back down to this bottom trend line. And we see, gotta close this window. Say we see it try to trend down somewhere in this range by Friday. Let's see. The 29th is right here. It bounces the top trend line and then maybe collapses down. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Well, it's not looking good for me. I'll say that. Bastard. That's okay. It's not a big play anyways. I think this is a big bull trap setting up. Still a little bit more on the RSI before it's overbought. Kind of watching Trump in the background. Ooh, HE got a nice candle. 263. Come on, baby. Let's go. Space, nice candle. All right. Maybe it's playing off the SPY. Maybe. Ah, OSTK took a hit. I forgot I was on calls on that too. That's what's hit me this morning. Come on, baby. That's not good. Well, Tesla just tagged that upper trend line even closer now. Let's see what happens here. It might take a little, just this little dip and then start ticking back up again because usually RSI likes to pin the top like it did here. See how RSI pinned the top here, 248, and then collapsed. Then a little recovery, then it pinned and peaked again, and now it's collapsing again. But we still had a little bit of room before it hit 70. Whoa. Forgot I bought HE calls too. Those are almost in the money. Come on, baby, go. So close. Those are September 29 HE calls, just in case we get good news on the 28th and it just blasts off. I'm long the stock, though. The HE call is really small, so I wonder how Tesla earnings are going to be because there's a lot of bears out there putting out DD that the car sales were really, really, like they fell off really hard this year. But I see more Teslas on the road in Albuquerque every day. I mean, and now the Cybertruck's kicking out. I see more Teslas every freaking day. Come on, HE, let's go. Is everything going to flip in my favor? I mean, we could have played the calls and made a bunch of money early on in the morning, but it looks like Tesla's going to fall off. I'm definitely getting back close to zero here. Oh, yeah. My overstock calls are not hitting right, though. I need TMF to come back up, too. Come on, Tesla. Fall through the floor, baby. Let's go. This may be the start of some serious downside. What else you guys playing? You guys got any other plays that you're looking at right now? Man, the bond market talk is picking up like crazy if you're in TMF and TLT. I'm telling you, so many people are talking about bonds right now. Big accounts on Twitter, it's picking up. If retail investors start picking up on the potential that the treasury shorts are going to get squeezed out, this could turn into a really big deal. And regardless, if not, over time, it's going to recover. When the market flips and everything corrects and the Fed starts cutting rates, it's going to recover. And it may take a year, it may take 2 years. But if you look at TMF and TLT over the course long term, with market crashes and recoveries, '08 crash, TMF started trading, went to all-time lows, and then just ticked up for years and then squeezed in 2020 after the pandemic money and then collapsed again. And now we're getting into a point where it looks like the market's going to collapse again, just like '07 and '08. If it does, TLT is going to pick back up again over the period of a year and possibly run into another squeeze event. And the whole time you collect dividends on it. It's awesome. HE, come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Are we getting some good action into this hearing? Is this thing gonna run today? Is there any news that came out? Yeah, my portfolio's already recovered big time. HE news. No news. But the chart looks awesome. Maybe it gets slapped in the face here. The RSI's creeping up. There's no big news. Is there any news on Tesla? Not that it matters if Taylor Swift talks politically this year or not. She just made more money than God. She can say what she wants and get boycotted, and it's not going to hurt her at all. I mean, maybe this is the peak of her career for a while. Anyways, sometimes intentional downside is created to reset the image of an artist or an actor. I believe she's more of an actor at this point. Ooh, man, I don't know any of those tickers. SDC, TEL, FUBO, GCG, D. Go Tesla! Either way, we still could have played calls and flipped it and made money, but that looks like a bull trap to me. This thing looks like it's keying up. All right, I'm positive on my Tesla puts. Boom. Printing. Let's go. Let's go. Collapse. Let's get ready for this gap fill. Come on, baby. I need Musk to come out and say that he's selling shares. If this thing just completely collapses today, that would be amazing. Because it looks like the market's kind of set up for that. These overstock calls, I think, are going to be crap. But I got them till October 6th, so I guess we can be patient on them. SPY, what are you doing here? SPY's falling off too. I mean, so far my little chart copy that I did is accurate. So maybe this thing comes down to this trend line. 426, SPY 426, collapse, and then recover big to the gap. Oscillates into the next collapse. There may be big SPY upside coming in the next couple weeks, maybe. All our tickers are green today, though. TMF, TLT, HE, Space just went green. Overstock's not, but Overstock's a different animal. And I'm not big into that. I just got some calls, some really small calls. And our Tesla puts are printing. You go down. Cool. Let's see. Let's see what we end up with today. Say, let's check your tickers, man. Nah, why is it doing this? SDC. I'm not. What's going on here? Well, SDC just had a big run and then collapsed big time. Maybe it gets a little pop again and then levels out. It looks like it's just a volatility event to me. Hell, these all penny stocks. Yeah. That looks like a dog. Fubo. I've heard of that one. Fubo TV. Yeah, that looks like a dog too. I hate to say this, man, but this is just my opinion, man. Good luck on your plays, but maybe one of these just absolutely rips. Canopy Growth Corp? Marijuana, I'm guessing. And that actually looks. On the daily, the MACD is just getting ready to flip. And it's up 9% today. That actually don't look too bad of a play right there. If they legalize marijuana federally, boom, through the roof. What is that one called? Canopy Growth? I'll tell you what. I haven't played any marijuana stocks in a long time. I'm going to put it on my watch list. And if I see it fall off tomorrow since it's already ran 9%, I don't want to hit it today. And RSI is really high. If I see RSI come back down, I'll buy a small position and run that with you, man. It's not too bad. Quavo, I'm long on CGC. Yeah, I just look at the chart. I actually like that one, looking at the chart. And marijuana in Michigan and multiple other states is really picking up on an industrial, commercialized level, like big time. So I'll do a little bit of research, but that chart don't look too bad, actually. There must have been news here and it ran, and then the market came in and shorted the fuck out of it, and now it's starting to pick up and run again. It's had a hell of a week. I'll see tomorrow. I'm going to see if this falls off a little tomorrow, and then maybe I take a small position on it and watch it. Let's keep an eye on our Tesla puts today. This is starting to recover a little bit. To me, this looks more like a downside chart. Okay, now I'm down 10% again on my Tesla puts. Okay, now I'm up again on my Tesla puts. Other than that, I don't really have any big news. Nothing huge. If you could, though, please make sure you like the video. It helps out a lot with the algos. We're starting to get some people back in the chat. We're starting to get some people back in the feed. We were hitting 20, 22. Now we're back up to 31. All the people are talking crap about me picking bad plays. All we've done this past week is pick winners. The past 2 weeks, we picked winners. 89% move on Tesla. Was it Tesla? Yeah, Tesla puts the other day. We called the SPY correctly. When do you look to buy puts on the SPY? Honestly, I'm looking right now. I'm not going to do it. I was going to, but I was going to buy puts this morning for longer term, but I decided it's probably better on Tesla because there's more that could go wrong with Tesla and it could diverge from the SPY. But Tesla and the SPY both have a gap to 419, and I think long term it might hit that, but you got to be careful. You see this blue line here? I think the SPY is going to try to oscillate. And from this bottom, if we hit this bottom trend line right here around 419, I'm sorry, 426, if we hit that bottom trend line and it recovers next week and tries to gap fill, then maybe it collapses. The tricky thing with the SPY right now is if the Fed comes out and makes any moves. So honestly, I'm playing these very small. TMF and HE are my biggest plays, and I'm going to stick with that. I'm not letting go of that. There's no thesis creep on that yet. Absolutely none. We got to wait and see for HE what happens on the 28th with the hearing and what the CEO says. I think she drops, comes in, here's the records. We de-energize. The fire department left the scene of the fire. We are not responsible for it. Blah, blah, blah. And then the stock goes back to 21 maybe. TMF long term is just going to be a banger in my opinion. I think this thing is absolutely going to rip off of a bottom. I don't know where bottom is. So far, $4.92 is the new all-time low. It looks to be like maybe it's trying to set up a bounce off of that again on the daily. Oh, that's the 4 hour. On the 30-minute, maybe it bounces again, and then we start recovering into treasury shorts covering their positions. It's going to be a great day when space reverses, long term. The company is awesome. Okay, real question here. What's up, Def? SQQQ is the one to check out. I've never played any of those. Whoa, look at that. Boy, that thing moved this week, didn't it? Pro shares, Ultra Pro short, QQQ. Ah. Will the hearing be about HE only or the fire in general? It'll be the fire and it'll be about Hawaiian Electric's role in it. What time on the 28th? 10 a.m. Eastern. I mean, are they any other parties being heard? I don't know. All I know so far is that the Hawaiian Electric CEO will be testifying. What? Why? Dude, I hate it when my computer just randomly does whatever it wants. U.S. House Subcommittee Energy Hawaii Fire Hearings. Here it is right here, guys. What is going on here? Should be in here. If not, I've got a link posted somewhere. I'll go find it. Oversight and investigation, subcommittee investigation role of electric fire. Right here. Here is the link. Boom. Yeah, but some of my tweets I post, I can't even find them on my own feed. I've got to search for them. It's wild. I don't know what Twitter's doing. Go down, Tesla. Look at what it's doing to me. Tesla's being a butthole because I bought some here, but then I bought more up here, which I'm glad I did. I should have just nailed it right at the top when the RSI peaked, and I knew it. I said it this morning. All right, let's see. Am I back in the green on my Tesla puts? I think this thing should fall off by the end of the day. Man, my portfolio's just been so flat lately. I'm pulling money in on these options. I'm pulling money in for sure, and I'm taking 50% of whatever I make and put it in my bank account. But it's been boring. The volatility's gone. It's just slow rolling markets, and now the zero DTE options are making everything such a mess that overstock might start reversing here. Come on, baby. Well, it's not looking good for me on Tesla anymore. That is a big candle. This is where I get a little nervous on my position in this. Like it's you just can't decide where it wants to go. But when I'm not patient, I usually regret it. Like I did the other day. I closed my SPY puts or my Tesla puts way too early. If anything, maybe I'll buy a few more here in a minute. What are they at right now? I'm gonna buy one more. See if it goes through. Oh, didn't go through. It's already dropping off. Son of a bitch. There it goes. All right, I got one more. So I managed to average down just a little bit again. All right, now I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna forget about it. I'm not even gonna look at Tesla for a minute. Come on, Hawaiian Electric. I feel really good about Hawaiian Electric, man. All the news that's came out, the firefighters leaving the scene of the crime to go to lunch, and the fire flared back up and burned an entire town down. And then they're like, well, you didn't de-energize the lines. Well, if they did de-energize the lines and the fire spread through the town quick enough and started burning poles and infrastructure down, then what is Hawaiian Electric going to do if the fire department let a fire go out of control? In a city where it looks like a lot of landowners are going to be sued for not maintaining their properties. Oh, here's Crypto Bitboy. Wow. What is Max Payne on Tesla this week? Thank you for bringing that up. That is a big deal because last week we called that out and we said Max Payne is here, and I was blown away that Max Payne was so low on Tesla, and then it went and it hit Max Payne before Friday. Max Payne. Swaggy. And I sold too early knowing all these indicators. Let's see what Max Payne is on Tesla today. Or for Friday. 255. Well, that's a little concerning. We're at 245 and Max Payne is 255. We're way below Max Payne. I don't like that. It can't be 255. This thing could run up to 250, 54. I don't like that at all. Especially after all the downside we've just had. Let's go to Twitter feed and see what the Tesla bears are saying in the longs. See what everybody's saying. Why am I getting AMC posts when I search Tesla? Look, man, Gordon Johnson's has been a Tesla bear his entire life. The guy's puts out a lot of stuff that looks smart. I don't know, man. This dude, I don't know. He says a lot of stuff. Keep an eye out for the power of the hammer doji. Twitter's gotten weird with the $ search on the tickers. Let's see what the put people are saying today. September 23rd. Oh, latest. Let's go. Here we go. All right. 929 X Tesla option update. Highest call OI 302. Tesla 232 put under 242. 54 minutes ago. Open Tesla puts Friday. Closed Tesla puts yesterday. Tesla calls. An hour ago? How is he up 1,500% on Tesla calls? What? Yeah. Tesla calls, but he's like, oh, stop loss below. Look at this. The same. Oh, it's the same person. Low volume and not enough dump. That mean dump purpose to burn call premium. Who chase and bought before close. Let's go check the options chain. Let's see where. I know it says 255, but let's do Hoyles. Highest open interest on the lowest strike. If they're burning calls purposely, all the monies. September 29. Okay, there are massive calls. There's 255. There's 20,000. There's so many calls up the chain. Highest open interest on the lowest strike is 240. 6,682 calls at 240. That is a ton of premium potential for them to rip and putting a lot of puts in the money at 245. That makes me want to hold my position. Haven't used Hoyle since AMC. Highest open interest on lowest strike. Calls. 240, 6,682. Puts. 14,634. So not only can they nail a bunch of premiums at 240, they can absolutely rip on the puts. We'll see. All right. It's probably time to walk away from this for a little bit. I'm starting to overthink everything. And it is only Tuesday, right? It is Taco Tuesday. What are you guys talking about in here? There is another hearing on the 27th. Never mind. Anyways, bro, I think that going to lunch story is total bullshit. Oh, you talking about crypto BitBoy? Haha, cocaine's a hell of a drug. 245. Yep, 245 is what I thinking too. I don't know the Swaggy metric is accurate. Yeah, Swaggies. So Hoyles. when we were in the meme stocks, we noticed that we weren't just getting ripped on max pain. We were getting ripped well below max pain. And then I started looking at the options chain, and I started looking at the highest open interest on the call side at the lowest strike. So what is the lowest strike with the most open interest on the call side that is worth ripping premium from? You know what I'm saying? And on Tesla right now, 235 and 230, you're not getting a ton of premium if you decide to drag it down that low, which would take a lot of short pressure. Plus, you look at the gap fill. Where's the gap fill at? We're down at 217. So if you try to push this down to 230 right now against the market, you'll never get it there. You'll get ripped. But 240 has a lot of open interest. Right now, max pain at Swaggy's 255, but look at all the open interest all the way down to 240, and then you have your highest open interest on the lowest strike is here at 240 at 6,682. That is a ton of premium, and then the put side matches with it. If they blast this thing down below 245, a lot of puts start printing or going the money, and it's more beneficial for market makers, especially since most of the market on the hedge fund side tends to be short Tesla. It's worth it for the market makers to rip all this premium out, and then the put side cashes in. So, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's basically how I got 245. Yeah, I call it highest open interest on the lowest strike is in terms that you're assuming the market makers are going to rip the premium out of retail investors' hands. And you got to consider that there's hedging, there's all kinds of other factors that go into it, but and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. We'll see. It looks like this thing wants to creep up, still try to touch this upper trend line. If it does and collapses, it's going to be a good day. Yeah, oh, Elon's completely untouchable. I agree. Tesla's not going anywhere. These Tesla bears that think they're going to short Tesla on every piece of news the New York Post writes, or because his one of a kind robot is slow, or I mean, Neuralink's getting ready to do human trials. Starlink's going to make more money than anybody's ever seen ever in history. SpaceX is a national security infrastructure, and now you cannot shut Tesla down and claim that you're for green energy. You can't. Bottom line, Musk has played off the vanity of all the politicians, and he's won. And he has a constant supply of perma bears that keep getting squeezed out every year. Every year, Tesla shorts get squeezed out. Yep. Starlink, just for rural America. There's 6 million rural Americans that really don't have any internet, and you're paying $450 for the base component and then $110 a month. That's just for, or I'm sorry, how many rural Americans? I think 60 million is what I'm talking about. 60 million. There's 60 million Americans that live in rural America. And let's just say even 50% of them don't have good internet like the folks back in my hometown. My mom finally has Starlink. That's the first real internet they've been able to get where they live, and they love it. They love it. And I've been telling them to get it for years, and they finally had opened up to where they could get it. Now, the only reason I'm playing puts on Tesla right now is because of the market, the overall market. That's it. Overall market conditions are garbage. And it just rejected for the second time, the third time really, off of 246. So it rejected 246 twice. If this thing doesn't close below 240, I will be very surprised by Friday. Oh boy. This morning's been a little boring, even with all the news. Crypto BitBoy just losing his mind. People trying to bring up my one arrest that I've ever had, which was for a supposed DUI, which I didn't get. That was funny yesterday. I mean, they just come out of nowhere, man. Bankrupt cinema chain Cineworld will not be showing the Taylor Swift Eras Tour because they couldn't reach a commercial agreement with the distributor AMC Entertainment. Ha! That's a revenge. I mean, it's kind of funny. That's a bad move on Adam Aaron, though. Unless he's trying to force the bankruptcy. You want the overall box office performing. It doesn't mean more people will just go to AMC theaters. I mean, maybe some will because you can't watch it at Regals. Like in New Mexico, there's only one AMC theater. Adam Aaron could have struck a profit sharing deal with Regal. Adam Aaron could have said, yes, you can show it, but you have to give us 15% of all your revenues for the Eras Tour. So he just kind of, just for his little revenge play, he just shot himself in the foot. They could have said, okay, yeah, we'll let you play it, but we want 10% of all your ticket sales. So Regal would have made money, but at the same time, he wants Regal out of business. He wanted to buy it. Adam Aaron tried to buy Regal by offering Cineworld Ape. In the middle of Adam Aaron offering Ape to Cineworld, a big sale got leaked into the news, and then Cineworld came out and said, we are not even in talks with Adam Aaron and AMC. And Adam Aaron threw a fit. A moment of silence, please, for my 70-inch LG big screen. She had a good 5-year run. Oh, that's not too bad, man. There's repair shops in Albuquerque. There's a bunch of repair shops. It's like probably a $5 component, maybe $120 to repair. Starlink also subsidizes SpaceX. Absolutely. Quavo is 100% right. Oh, yeah. Elon Musk is building the internet in space for everyone. And it's going to be inter-atmospheric communication for spaceships and stuff too. Musk has played off the vanity of the politicians. That's one of the most profound quotes I've heard in a long time. Beyond accurate. Yeah. The whole green energy agenda. He said, okay, they've screamed for years and years and years. We need electric vehicles. We need electric vehicles. Musk's like, hey, I built an electric vehicle and people like it. And then all of a sudden it's, we hate Musk. We hate Musk. No. Now AOC's like, well, Tesla should be unionized or I'm not going to buy one. You're going to buy a Tesla. Pretty soon when this whole EV thing plays out, they did not put this much money and time into the agenda to have it fail. Musk is fulfilling the agenda at the fastest pace possible, and it's pissing politicians off because if they have nothing to grift about, then they're done. I still think Adam Aaron is trying to force bankruptcy. I think the plan was for retail during retail. Yeah, he wants to force bankruptcy so they can Adam Aaron can force a bankruptcy and then they can reconsolidate under bankruptcy and come out with all the debt off the books and the shareholders eat shit. And I think that's part of the reason they wanted to convert Ape so bad. They didn't want anybody holding premium stock. They didn't want anybody holding preferred shares because they would have had to pay them out during bankruptcy, most likely. Now it's all common again. If they do force this to bankruptcy, it's going to be a while if they do. I have a big feeling we're going to get lockdowns again, or they're going to try to do lockdowns again into the election. But they now should have 900 million in cash on the books, and Eras Tour is probably going to bring in a ton of money. I'm not going to lie. The Eras Tour is probably going to set an all-time record for movie going in history. So if they produce an earnings with $20-30 million, AMC could have a good day. What is it doing today? Might want to watch that. I said I was done with it, but I may be looking at buying some calls on that into the Eras Tour starting to play. But it's actually, the chart looks pretty good right now. There's a big old W. It didn't break out, but that's a nice W on the 15-minute. It's bouncing around that 750 line. Who knows, though? You know, you start looking at bullish AMC, and then suddenly the thing drops to all-time lows. It's not even worth getting in. Tesla, 244. All right. Long January 24 calls. I'm not ruling out an AMC run. All going on October. I'm long January 24 calls, 15 strike. Yeah. Maybe I'll nail some small calls. Seems every 5 years I have an LG TV go out on me. For the last 15 years, strip CPU. Think I'm going to start shorting LG. Dude, I only buy Samsung TVs. I love them. I love Samsung TVs. I've never had one go out on me. One almost did go out on me, but that's because my Nintendo Switch. Sometimes the Switch have issues with the dock, and I don't know what it did, but it shorted my TV a little bit, and it ruined some of the lines in it. So I put that one upstairs. It's still working though. I use that for like my Nintendo games and stuff. You got to be careful with old school Nintendo games on LED TVs. Yeah, I love Samsung appliances. I love their Smart Connect app. I love their warranty. I've never had an issue with a Samsung appliance. All right, guys. Well, I don't think I have really anything more to cover. It's a pretty boring day. I think I should walk away from the chart so I don't make candlestick decisions. I like that. Candlestick decisions are always bad. I'm going to go eat some breakfast, clean up, get the dogs outside, make some coffee, whatever, get ready for my date tonight. Oh, yeah. Giggity. No, this chick's really cool, man. She's going to cook green chili stew tonight. I'm really excited about it. Really nice. And I'm going to double check on my daughter's iPhone repair. My daughter's got an iPhone 14, screen protector on it, everything. She drops it, cracks the screen protector, doesn't tell me, peels the screen protector off, decides to go for a jog, drops it again, blows the screen out right down to the touch portion of it. Get her for the weekend. We're having a good weekend. And then I'm like, hey, let me show you the new phone charger I got, the magnetic one. She's like, why? I'm like, well, just let me see your phone. She's like, well, why? And I'm like, no. When I say give me your phone, you give me your phone. And I got it. She's like, well, I broke the screen. I was like, where's your screen protector? Well, I broke it. I'm like, you broke your screen protector, took it off, and then broke your screen. I said, what was the point in that? And of course, kids do this type of stuff, whatever. It wasn't a big deal, but I told her, I said, I'm not mad you broke your phone. I'm mad that you hid it from me and compounded the problem into something that we had to pay for when all we had to do was replace your screen protector. And she got it. She understands it now. And I've done the same thing in the past, but course, I felt bad all weekend because she pouted, and now I'm the bad guy, and I'm gonna feel bad all week till I see her again. But Apple Care is pretty cool. Send it in. UPS should get it back in 5 days. New device, whatever. So either way, uh, you guys have a great day. I'm gonna walk away from the chart, like I said. I hate to say that I think Tesla looks slightly bullish today, but we got Friday puts, so I'm gonna wait until we see. Hopefully, it triple rejects right here. If it triple rejects at 246, let's go to the candle wicks on this one. 246, that would be great. If it rejects at 246 off of this downward trend line by noon, this thing could fall off a cliff. If it does, we're going to see what happens with the puts. Maybe we win. If we do, I'm going to talk a bunch of good shit on Twitter. So you guys have a great Taco Tuesday, man. Get on Twitter. I'll make a post. Show me your tacos. I'll do it right now. Show me your tacos. Taco Tuesday. I'm going to go to Tap and Taco today in the Polaris and get some tacos, man. So here's the post. If you guys go get tacos, load them up. Give me some engagement. You guys have a great day. Froggy Stonks out.